Hey everyone, this is Zeta, and I have another 1v1 game of StarCraft 2 for you. This game will be a Protoss versus Protoss on the Shattered Temple. Spawning here in the 1 o'clock position, we have the blue Protoss. His name is VTdesRow. I just casted another game with him, but just to review his information, he is ranked 106th in the North American Grandmasters League ladder division, with 240 wins and 223 losses. That is 51.84% win rate for him. And his opponent this game will be spawning in the 7 o'clock position. He is the red Protoss. His name is TranceMuzik. He's actually ranked first in the North American Masters League division, which he's in, which is Jurgensen Mars, with 445 wins and 444 losses, and that is almost exactly 500 even wins and losses for the red Protoss player here. They will be playing on the Shattered Temple, which is the modified version of the Lost Temple, slightly changed throughout the map just to make it a little more balanced for ladder play. Here we have the players just kind of setting up their bases in the early game. I hope you've noticed by now I no longer have that incredibly annoying watermark in the middle of the screen. I managed to fix that, so awesome. And I will be uploading videos in HD from now on. And confirmed that actually does take longer than bearing a child. You actually are in danger of dying in old age before a video actually gets rendered in HD and uploaded to YouTube. But it is worth it because it does make the video look better, and the end product is all that matters, and I hope it does work better for all of you watching out there. And once again, thank you for watching these casts. I hope that I am improving as I go. Definitely feel free to tell me anything you want me to do better, anything you want me to do differently. I'm trying to address all the issues as they are brought up, as they're brought to my attention, and hopefully they will get better and better from here. Anyway, back to the game. We have a scouting probe for Muzik just kind of wandering into the main of the blue Protoss player. Of course, not much to see at the moment. You just see Gateway, Cybernetic Core going up. You know, pretty standard play, pretty standard opening. Safe, no one's doing anything crazy like cannon rushing or proxy gatewaying as of yet, so pretty standard play for both players. Once again, this is on the Shattered Temple, and these players are spawning in cross locations as they've both now scouted one another. Looking at the APM tab, we see DesRow just killing it right now, over 200 currently, averaging right around 180. Well, Muzik, no slack at 67, but when you compare that to DesRow, that is quite a bit lower, over 100 actions per minute less. Of course, that is a little difference between the Masters League and the Grandmasters League, as these two players are in different leagues. Of course, this is probably a match where the game decided to place Muzik versus the Grandmasters player to see if he's good enough to hold his own, and we will see if he's good enough to hold his own against this very talented Protoss player. And the blue Protoss player is now starting to research Warp Gate, going to Chrono Boost that out to get it out a little bit faster. We see both players doing about the same thing, a Stalker coming out for both players, and I think they both have one Zealot on the field right now. Yep, so exactly identical builds so far. This Zealot is going to be wandering down to his opponent's base, probably going to pass by the watchtower, might even just set up camp right at that watchtower, you know, content to provide vision for his team, not really antsy enough to go fight the battle on his own. And yes, he will stop there, and a probe going to join him possibly. Yep, this Zealot and probe just having a grand old time, just, you know, having a little party right there, while this Zealot and Sentry combination are holding the ramp for the red Protoss player, Bob and Steve, you know, just doing their jobs, just hiding out right on the top of the ramp, make sure nothing happens. But their counterparts, Bob and Steve for DesRow, are going to be pushing ahead, it looks like. We have one Stalker and one Zealot for both players, going to be doing a little bit of a dance. Those Zealots walking right past each other to go for the Zealots, or to go for the Stalkers rather. We see a probe for TranceMuzik, going to be helping out as much as it can, going to be doing some damage to the shield of the Zealot. The Zealot might be overextending himself. He probably will be in a little bit of trouble with that probe attacking it. Oh, gets sandwiched between a probe and a Zealot, and also a Stalker and a Sentry firing at it. So pretty much every unit possible at this point in the game attacking that one Zealot, and it does end up dying. We see DesRow setting up proxy pylons too, in fact, right outside of his opponent's base. So he's going to be going on the offensive, getting ready to assault the main for the red Protoss, who it does look like might be in a little bit of trouble, having to pull off probes to deal with this attack. We'll see if he's able to repel the assault. Of course, in most matchups, besides PvP, this would be a problem, having to run down units from your main all the way down this area back to the opponent's main. And it is difficult to reinforce in that situation, but of course, this is the Protoss versus the Protoss, and DesRow is able to set up proxy pylons, and if as the defending player in the situation, you allow the opponent to set up proxy pylons, you are basically nullifying your advantage of being the defensive player, because that rush distance is reduced to all of nowhere, because, I mean, they can warp in units right at the front lines. There's no distance they have to travel to get into the battle. So although there's usually an advantage for the defender when there's this sort of aggression early in the game, because there are these proxy pylons set up, there really is not that advantage, because the protest player, the blue protest player, DesRow that is able to warp units right into the battle. So Muzik is in a lot of trouble right now, getting out-microed a little bit. As you see, DesRow has more Stalkers and is warping in another Zealot, and it looks like DesRow is in control of this game right now. I'm not sure what Muzik can do at this point. Maybe pull something out of the bag. It doesn't look too great for him, though. Looking at the units tab, there is 4 Stalkers to only 2, and there are 3 Zealots for DesRow to none for Muzik, so it does look like he's able to take out that pylon, and it might just be a matter of time at this point before DesRow is able to overwhelm Muzik. You see, with every battle, there's a little more of the balance of power tilting towards DesRow. Muzik is backpedaling as best he can, but the more ground he gives up, the more of a foothold DesRow has, and the easier it is for DesRow to continue to push into space. And now you see these Stalkers just having free reign over this probe line, and it's very, very well, there you go. I was going to say it's very bleak for Muzik, but of course he does decide to leave the game. In that game, I think what you saw was one protest player decided to go on the offensive and setting up proxy pylons, and the other protest player was not able to deny these, and in doing so, in failing to do so rather, he gave up the advantage of being the defending player, and DesRow was able to warp units right to the front line, which wouldn't be a problem, except for, in addition to that, DesRow was able to out-micro his opponent and slowly but steadily gain the advantage, and was able to, in the end, as you can see by the supply counts, 41-19, overwhelm his protest opponent. So a good game by both players, a valiant effort by TranceMuzik, but you just saw he was outplayed, out-microed, out-Starcraft too, I guess, by his opponent VTdesRow. Good play on the blue protesters' part. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you guys next time.